Today I'm going to talk about the importance of being authentic. I thought I'd start off with some irony with a nice authentic photo in the background. Wouldn't it be great if everyone just knew their place? I don't mean that like a 1950s like housewife. I mean, that's not my sort of thing. I mean it as in, wouldn't it be great if everyone knew where they fitted in the bigger picture, like this little chap here. Anakin Skywalker would be a Jedi, which we'll all be happy about. I know Travis will. And Donald Trump will still be in the Apprentice USA, where he belongs, not necessarily in the White House. People behave strangely when they're trying to be something they're not. I call this being inauthentic. It's often caused by social pressure. And this theory applies to companies too, especially in today's world. An example for companies. Payday loans, I think we all know, we're aware of some companies. They don't financially benefit the end user. It's open to discussion, but I think it's quite self-explanatory that some people who use this service can get themselves in a little bit of hot water. But some still imply the opposite, because that's what their business model's built up on. I ask you, is that being authentic as a company? Why is authenticity important? Well, mainly because global trust is quite low at the moment. Not a lot of people trust other people. Let me show you some examples. 2016 Edelman Trust Barometer. It's a survey that 33,000 respondents get involved in. This was conducted between October 13th and November 16th, 2015. And it shows the amount of trust that these respondents had within these sectors of the industry. It's got not-for-profit, business, media and government. You can see the order there. The thing that fascinated me was about 50% of people trusted these organisations. They're such a major part of our lives. Not-for-profit obviously being the main, but the one that I'm focusing on, the two, businesses and media, because us as marketeers are involved within these industries. The thing is that it makes our jobs difficult because half of the people within this, and if it's reflective of everybody else, half the people don't trust what we're saying. And it makes our job really difficult. I think it's self-explanatory that trusts help companies succeed. It's got to a point within society where that's self-evident. And that's what we always try and endorse. Thousands of companies are trying to be something they're not. And I think it's because they don't know their place in a sector or in an industry that's constantly evolving. And because of this, their communication is skewed and they're not trusted. So it's our job as marketers to try and bridge that gap between communication. We are the gatekeepers between corporation and consumers, so we need to make sure that this relationship builds again. So how can we make companies more authentic? Or how can we help? The thing is, authenticity isn't binary. There's a lot of research and thinking about this week. And it's not it is or it isn't, black and white, that's authentic, that's not. There's different factors to it, there's different layers to it. Like an onion. So I looked at these layers, kind of tried to think about the different intensities of authenticity and so forth, and I managed to simplify it into my 3 truths, which I'll share with you now. Purpose, market and society. Doesn't mean much at the moment, nice little Venn diagram to add into a marketing presentation, as you have to have. But this is what I mean by it. Every company, if they say they're authentic, should be able to answer those 3 questions with conviction. Are they being true to their purpose? Are they being true to the market? Are they being true to society? Let me elaborate. Are they portraying themselves as what they really are? Does the market need what they are offering? And is what they are offering beneficial to society? Let me give you some examples. Name and no names. Payday loans, which we discussed just a minute ago. I would say that they're being true to their purpose. They know what they are, and they're not trying to hide that. Are they being true to the market? Does the market actually need what they offer? I would argue not. Are they being true to society? Is it benefiting society what they offer? Again, open to discussion. For me, I don't think so. App-based taxi services. I think you can all think of one. Are they true to their purpose? I think so. They know what they are. They don't try to hide that. Is there a market for it? Absolutely, 100%. It's growing like wildfire across the whole world, and they're obviously fulfilling that. Is it being true to society? Now, this is obviously a controversial one. Some people might say yes, it's because they're offering a service. They're saving people money, saving people time. Some people might say no, because it's making existing sectors suffer, and possibly some of the employees in certain companies as well. Interesting one. There's a chocolate TV advert that's currently being aired that was originally aired for the Paralympics, or as part of the Paralympics, which includes actresses with disabilities as the leads of the adverts. Now, personally, I think it's brilliant for society, because it's being progressive in the way people think about this. There's a market for chocolate. I think everyone can agree with me there. But is it being true to their purpose as a chocolate-making company? And as a result, if it isn't, does that mean that they're being authentic as a company, or they're just trying to make money? Again, open for discussion. Lastly, there's plenty of authentic agencies or companies, not agencies. But one that comes to the top of my head is ones that do app control thermostats. So are they being true to their purpose? Yes, they know what they are. They're quite evident about that. Is there a market for it? Absolutely, because people are saving money as a result. And is it benefiting society? Yes, because they claim to be ticking the boxes from an ecological perspective. And the thing is, when something's not entirely authentic, or when a company's not entirely authentic, marketers try to fix it. And as a result, you get some messaging which is a bit convoluted and inauthentic. And people can see right through that. So how can we help as marketers? It's quite simple. Market something for what it is. Ask yourself, does what I'm marketing have a purpose? Have a demand? Have a neutral or positive impact on society? If it does, consider it certified. You can do that. If it doesn't, and I think this is important, is create discussion. You don't have to refuse to do anything, but you can certainly say your worries, say that this is not authentic, and how can we go about this? It might be that you start a whole paradigm shift within the company in question, and it could cause them to be more conscious about this in future. One thing you should definitely not do is never market for something for what it isn't, because ultimately it just doesn't work anymore. That's me on a tricycle.